it's not. Please be seated. I would like to ask everyone to close their eyes. No questions asked, just do it. You're lying in bed, your duvet pulled up over your head to shield you from the morning light streaming in through your window. Your mom calls your name for the 1,000th time, your response once again being little more than a groan. Silence. And then the shout comes again, but louder. Coming, you reply, hoping to buy yourself some time. You try to roll over onto your stomach, and boom, you land face down on the floor, peering at the mounds of shoes and clothes that have piled up under your bed. Slowly dragging yourself up, you rub your eyes. The blurriness starts to fade, so you stand up, ready to face the day ahead of you. And then what? Open your eyes. Another day has dawned, one of approximately 30,000 that you will experience in your entire life. And while this number may seem like a lot to you right now as you sit in this chapel, trust me, you'll blink and suddenly realize that it's gone. As a wise old friend of mine once said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around every once in a while, you could miss it. Okay, you got me. Ferris Bueller's not technically my friend. My point is, no single person to walk the earth has never seen this day before, and there is no one that will ever see it again. So what are you going to do about it? Carpe diem. It's a phrase we've all heard thousands of times. Seize the day, live in the now, make your own life for yourself. Hakuna Matata, another incredibly well-known phrase. It means no worries for the rest of your days. Some may say it's even our problem-free philosophy. But the real magic, that happens when these two ideas come together. The result is motivated action, and the strive to do or be something more. There is no reason for us to be frightened of what's out there waiting for us, because if we're living right, it's all in our hands anyway. I'm really not sure of many things, but this concept is something I genuinely believe in. Good morning, faculty, students, Mom, Dad, and Frankie Muniz. In the next few minutes, I hope to instill in each of you the significance of carpeing this diem. At this point, I'd love to preach lessons and stories on the topic of my own heroism and fearlessness when it comes to life. But unfortunately, These lessons and stories just don't exist. I'm not in any way an expert on seizing the day, and I have to admit that I definitely do not take action towards change nearly as much as I probably should. Well, that is other than one particular instance. It was late June of 2007, but I remember it like it was yesterday. My friend and I were bouncing on the trampoline in my backyard, as any typical 12-year-olds would, when I announced that I had to go to the bathroom. A couple of minutes later, I returned, holding a pair of scissors, blade down, I can assure you, in my hand. "Emma, what are you doing?" my friend asked me, panic in her voice. Without saying a word, I grabbed the end of my ponytail, lifted it up high, and chopped it off right at the elastic. 5 inches of my hair was instantly gone, and while my friend was screaming her head off, I, for some reason, couldn't stop smiling. That whole day, I'd been overwhelmed with how much I hated my hair, and so I had finally decided to change it. In that instant, I didn't care that I was scaring my friend half to death, or what my mother's reaction might be, or even that my grade 6 graduation ceremony was a mere 2 hours away. In my mind, the only important thing was that once my hair was gone, I'd be happy, so I got rid of it. I'm not sure why this memory stands out so clearly in my mind. This was not some epic moment in my life, and I really wouldn't say I learned anything from it at all. I did, however, take action. I didn't like the length of my hair, and instead of complaining about it or just silently sulking, I did something for myself. There are very few moments in my life that I can point to and say, in that moment, I had complete control over the outcome of the situation. But this moment was one of them. And even if it is irrelevant or meaningless, the ability to harness this mindset and use it on a daily basis is something that I truly wish I had the ability to do. Now, in the interest of honoring my favorite day of the year, which happens to be tomorrow, I'm going to have to ask all of you single ladies and gentlemen out there to raise your hands. If you happen to be in one of those complicated relationships, I apologize. Also, please note the position of my hand, as well as my sarcasm when I stated that Valentine's Day is my favorite day of the year. Seriously though, take a look at all the hands that just went up. No offense, but why are so many of us single? Is it because we're ugly? Immature? Unintelligent? Obviously these can't be reasons. I mean, look around. The only thing I can think of is the fact that none of us, not one person in this chapel, takes enough chances in their life. It may sound cheesy or even infantile, but it does take courage to express our emotions. If you've got a crush, tell that person. It does not make any sense to be afraid, so why is this always our greatest vice? And this is coming from someone who has spoken up and been shut down. Who cares though? We're all just human at the end of the day. What I don't understand is why we all sit around waiting for these things to change instead of picking ourselves up and changing them. In the case of romance, walk up to that special someone and tell them how you feel. After all, there's a 50% chance that they'll feel the same. Best case scenario, you live happily ever after. Worst case scenario, they turn into Wolverine and attack you? No. There are very few things in this life that we can actually control. I will give you that. To me, this just means that we must harness those that we can with all the more fortitude. In your head, answer the following questions for me. What class did you have last period? Do you care? What did you have for breakfast this morning? Do you even remember? What is one new thing that you learned yesterday? Can you think of one? Are your answers to these questions starting to scare you at all? Because I'll tell you, they often scare me. I don't in any way mean to say that my life has no purpose, but I think I speak for everyone here when I say that I occasionally forget what that purpose is. We're floaters. We hover through life existing in it, but never really living it. Why is this? Why don't we appreciate every minute of every day, no matter what it is that we're doing? Why doesn't every moment have as much of an impact as the last? Instead of easing through life, live it. Because the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. When was the last time you had a truly great day? You know those days when everything just feels right, you're in a great mood, and nothing can get you down? Well, that's what B and I would call a go me kind of day. I may sound like a nauseating optimist, and I'm sorry for that, Will, but think about it. When was the last time you had a day where you actually realized how grateful you are to be alive? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? If no recent day is coming to mind, then listen up. Approximately 80 years, that's all we've got. 80 years to make something, to do something, to be something. Stop waiting for the greatness that tomorrow may or may not bring. Make your own definite greatness today. Wake up. Realize what you have and what you don't have and what you want to have. Then do something about it, because you're the only one who can. The truth is, I don't care who you are. And more importantly, they don't care who you are. They being the population of that overwhelming, ever-looming monster that we call the real world. They don't care where you're from, or who you've been, or what you've done, or the color of your skin, or the price of your dad's car, or how long you spent on your hair this morning. But they care where you're going. They care who you want to be, who you will be. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from my speech here today, it's that you should care too. So get up off of the couch. Be who you want to be. Make art. Smile at a stranger. Sing and really mean it. Try something new. Live for today. Because I'm serious when I say that this right here is the first day of the rest of your life. And the rest of your life is completely and totally up to you. What are you going to do about it? Now at this point, I could tell you the Oxford English Dictionary definition of something like life or spontaneity, but I know you all know what these words mean. The real question is, what do they mean to you? Now will you all please rise and sing hymn 430?